Hello.
Now, I've never been on a grippy sock vacation.
Yeah.
However, my theory crafting insanity campaign has absolutely gotten me close.
You're looking for your summer home in the Grippy Sock Palace?
I'm getting closer and closer to being given a special jacket.
I tell you what, man, the whole 3 months that I was in the Grippy Sock Palace, I never actually got any Grippy Socks.
That's fucked up because you can use them at those trampoline places.
Right?
Which is hilarious when I go to those. My girlfriend's little brother had his birthday at one. I'm like, wow. All these psych patients have no idea. You can get them for free here.
Yeah.
It'd be great. Those companies that make them getting a bulk order, like, all right, let's play Trampoline Palace or Psych Ward.
Mm-hmm.
But both. Or prison occasionally, but those usually are heavier socks.
Yeah. I'm gonna text Ian and see where he is.
With this whole thing, it's like, all right, so the Black King, that.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that ends, Merkul, the Maw knows him. Is the Maw a god or a being or a force? It thinks it knows, it befriends. It's at least a being. It's at least aware, but it's meant to sleep. So it exists universe to universe and knows the thing that ends.
I didn't see the time!
It's okay.
How dare you?
Oh, good heavens!
It's gonna be like schizo rambling to Bailey about the different stuff.
Dude, I love schizo rambling. Gang, I have a new obsession.
Oh yeah?
No.
I found a furry visual novel. I had been told was really good. I started playing it at around like 6 Sunday afternoon. I went to bed at 5 a.m. that day.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And then I played it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
For another like probably 12 hours.
Oh, is it the pigeon dating sim one?
What?
Is it the what?
Pigeon dating sim?
No, you.
Oh. What? You're also a pigeon.
No, the fuck I'm not. What the fuck? No, first off, Hatoful Boyfriend is a terrible fucking game.
I love that game. That's like a 2017 internet thing.
Yeah.
Look, man.
Oh god,
just
I'm
because
old.
I hate it doesn't mean that I don't know what it's called.
No,
I respect the shit out of that.
It's called Echo. Dude, I gotta it fucked me up, man.
Then why are you still playing it?
Because it's a good sort of hurt.
Oh, like Binding of Isaac.
No, Binding of Isaac is like an angry type of hurt. This is like a damn. That shit hurts, but like not in a bad way.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes. Yeah, I guess that's closer, but it depends on how much you like JJK.
Well, I only like 2 characters, and one of them was written out of the story, the other one's dead, so...
Ooh, yeah.
I'll take the one that's written out. I'm happy that the one that was written out. My baby boy is safe.
It'd be a lot funnier if... wait, is it the Angle guy?
No, yeah, so the Angle guy was my favorite.
Yeah, he was super cool.
Was Inumaki, the voice guy.
Oh!
Shit yourself. Completely written out of the story.
Yeah.
He got written out?
Yeah.
Damn! He was so cool!
And they're like, well, his voice only works on like people up to a certain power level, so what if he would just explode? I'm like, I want to see it. But I also don't, so thank you. Alright, now show me him dying in slow-mo. Let me see the moment where he wishes he could have done better.
Yeah. God, that'd have been so much clearer.
The real Jujutsu Kaisen.
I'm so confused. What the fuck do you mean I'm a pigeon, though? That's like I feel like this is homophobic. And on Pride Month of all months.
It's not like I'm saying that you're Aaron Yeager.
Oh my god!
That would be homophobic.
I have a coworker who's gay, and so every time I ask him to do something, like I'm like, all right, we got a call, and he's like, what, on Pride Month? Like Hey, can you help me load this person into the van? Seriously, Bailey, on Pride Month? Yes.
That's so
during
funny.
Pride Month.
Yeah, during Pride Month? That's so fucked up, Bailey.
How dare
Yeah.
you?
And then I had another
can't believe
coworker.
I can't believe you hate gay people.
I had another coworker who's black, and
No
she's
response.
like, "It's 2 weeks until
She's not denying
Juneteenth.
it.
It's 2 weeks until Juneteenth. How dare you?" And I'm like, "Shut up."
We have a judge who's black, and you think, "Oh, we're going to schedule court for this day." It's like, "Oh, court's closed that day. Sorry." And someone's like, "Oh, why?" It's like, "On June 19th." And someone in the back of the court goes, "What's that? Some sort of made-up bullshit holiday?"
Oh
judge,
no!
Everyone went. This is in a city that is a majority black city. It's a small city in my county, and everyone goes silent and stares at this one white guy in the back of court, and they're like, "On Juneteenth?" And the guy goes, "I am so sorry. I did not realize that's what it was. I apologize," and left.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, man.
Just walked out.
How do you like? I mean, what are you supposed to do there? How do you recover from that? What is that?
Commit Sudoku.
Yeah.
Slip and slide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Commit Minecraft.
At any rate.
Yeah.
Anyway, where were we?
London bagging.
Current time, it is early evening, day 39 of 1379.
Actually, it's 7:12 p.m. CST.
Yeah. Last game.
Sorry, the correct time, so that's what the C stands for.
Last time you started making plans about your next steps, organizing Vivian Nights, building a floating fortress, and contacting a group of beholders known as the Eyes Have It or the Yes Men. You also sent several letters with the courier to a lot of people, and then learned just how far around the world Ash has gone. Pale, you still have 4 points of exhaustion, and just as you're still making these plans here in the Paperclip Labs, Carolina gets disappearing disease.
Dang, so Carolina...
This feels like a really inopportune time to have this happen.
Yeah, it's probably because it is.
We're like about to go to war.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of war. Let's be honest here.
Right, but like we're actually about to go to the war.
Yeah, well, it gives us time for me to reach out to my little beholders and wait to hear back from them. And when the courier gets back, I think we should just pull the trigger on it. At this point, I'm not sold that he isn't part of them all.
Interesting. The courier?
Well, I mean, there's the Black King, the thing that sleeps, the bubbling and all that. Who's to say that he isn't one of those bubbles? One of those things beyond that watches? Like, what if he moves through the universe so quickly because he's one of the things that is from outside of it? You know?
No. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, essentially, if you look at the universe as a flat dimensional plane, looking at it from above, you're able to hopscotch around through it, as we do in the second dimension when looking at a flat plane. Who's to say if he's not a being from outside of it?
So should we just try to kill him when we see him?
We should at least do something. I'm going to use some magic on him and see what happens.
What, like banishment?
Yeah, banishment, and maybe I'll try and hold on to him and see where he goes. I mean, I think I was in the mall at one point. I saw those people sleeping and everything. I heard King Henry's voice, so maybe the courier is just secretly the emperor. Side job.
That feels like a really kind of weird choice to go from emperor to mailman.
Yeah, it would be. But yeah, when he's back, I do want to wait for Carolina, though. I feel that would go badly without her.
If we try to kill the courier?
Without Carolina, at least.
Yeah. I mean, he probably already knows that we know, though, now, because we're talking about him. If he exists in an alternate dimension outside of our own, I feel like that's, like, doesn't really matter where we say it, because they'll just hear it.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I mean, clearly he probably knows all that whenever anyone discusses him, because he is, if not omnipotent, then at least omniscient in some form of way. But I feel like he'll probably try and talk us out of it like he did last time, and I listened like an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what killing him would accomplish, though.
Well, not killing, but at least harming to try and get information in some way.
Hey, Bailey.
Yeah.
How hard is it to reverse engineer spells?
It depends on what spell you're trying to do.
I'm partially holy now, right? That means that at least on some level, I have access to holy magic, quote unquote, right?
You're more aware of, like, what spells clerics have, I would say.
Okay.
And that and just knowing clerics like Pale, you know what they're capable of, even if you can't necessarily do it.
Hey, how hard would a dimensional tether be
What
to make?
is... you mean there's shackles of planar binding.
Damn, those do exist, don't they?
Uh-huh.
What rarity are they?
It's a great question. Let me look.
Wow, you don't know it off the top of your head? Can't believe you didn't predict this completely inane question that I
know, right?
offhandedly asked.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Usually, she's able to predict the stupid shit I pull, so it is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't ever know what I'm gonna do, so Bailey can't ever predict what I'm gonna do. I don't think.
They are rare.
Oh, easy. Let me just make a pair of those.
Okay. Doesn't it take you a couple of weeks?
No, because it's... Oh, no, it's common, uncommon.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but we got like a couple months.
You could also just buy them. Being that
Yeah, but then
you're in Thunderscram, they're very likely to have them, honestly.
I could make them, but then there's no guarantee to the craftsmanship.
It's a DC 30
For what?
if you were to buy them.
If I were to buy them, it'd be a DC 30?
Yeah, here, I'll copy and paste it into Discord.
Oh, like they have to make a DC 30.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, I have to make a DC 30 to buy them.
No.
It's like, can't I just, like, nepotism just buy my way through it?
No, you could buy them, and they would have a, to remove DC 30 strength. So you can't, like, magic take them off.
But they gotta be incapacitated.
And it's, once every 30 days. So if you got these on somebody, they'd be on someone for at least 30 days.
Once every 30 days.
So if they fail, they have to wait a month to try again. But they don't prevent a portal, so they'd have to find somebody else to make a portal, but they couldn't do it themselves.
Yeah, I'll go looking around for a pair of these when we've got the time.
And so you kind of have it right now if you want it.
Gobble me.
Well, can we just update them from our magic shackles?
No, because I think having anti-magic shackles is also important.
Oh, I have 3 pairs.
Oh. What are anti-magic shackles?
Oh, they're shackle that stop magic.
No, I did. Wow, aren't you a clever
I can't
little
remember
boy?
if those
What's
are...
the rarity on them?
I can't remember if those are a homebrew item or if they're actually in the DMG.
That's a great question, Bailey, and you always ask great questions. I don't know.
I'd be honest, they're probably also rare.
How difficult would it be to make something anti-magical, anti-dimensional?
Or can we just like swap them?
Oh,
like just trade them?
Yeah, can we also just trade them?
Why would we not just buy them? We literally, money is no object.
No, it's gold coins. But yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's who do you ask around?
Slowly blinking at you.
Me seeing Bastion close his eyes for the first time.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, they slowly like shut off and then on.
Yeah, you turn the lights off.
It's like it's like power armor in a Fallout, like whenever you have the lights on or your flashlight on, the eyes just fucking glow.
God, terrifying.
Where do you, or who do you go to find a pair of these? Because you can imagine the city guard almost certainly has some, but you don't know if they'd sell them to you. And there's probably somebody that has
like a market street.
Yeah. There is probably somebody who sells, like, approved magic items, and these would be approved, even though they're pretty high level. It's, you find some random half-orc shopkeep who has a store that has, like, bars over the windows. It's a very secure building, I'll just say that. And you would walk in and see somebody else buying, like, healing potions and rings of warmth or something. They actually look like adventurer types who are here for some fucking reason. Are you guys...
Does this town hate adventurers?
Yes.
A little bit.
It's most commoners are annoyed by adventurers. Thunderscrum doesn't like them particularly because they're like mercenaries with absolutely no oversight. So they commonly fuck around. I mean, that's why everyone else doesn't like them, but Thunderscrum especially. So
They're
are you
just
guys
old
walking
guys.
in like full champion on display?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna match Bastion's freak. So whatever he's doing, I'm doing.
Okay. As you walk through town, this is in Smallville, where it's like a mostly human neighborhoods. And then, like, Legacy, most of the fancier stuff is in here. This is definitely the nice part of town, no matter how much they've been trying to fix up the, like, giant neighborhoods. But, yeah, people look at you a lot.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to that.
Yeah. People whisper about you. People avoid you. You guys want to make perception checks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to, but I will.
I'm forced to perceive at a solid 20.
Okay.
And 12.
Okay. Bastion, you notice even as you're leaving the castle, there is somebody in a roguish type outfit following you. At a distance, but they have a cold look in their eyes as they're following you.
I turn my head 180 and just stare at them.
Yeah. Make an intimidation check.
Oh shit. Misfeed intelligence intimidation check.
No.
Damn. You get a harsh on my vibe, Bailey. It's a 4.
Okay. They keep following you. It's if you'd gotten too high, they would have gotten scared, so it's a good thing that you, didn't. With your 20, you'd be able to tell maybe the wind, like, flaps their jacket a certain way, and underneath their collar is, like, the official pin of the top men of the Jaeger estate.
Who?
It's
Victor
Lord
Jaegrin.
Jaegerin's, his, like, private militia.
Vic, the guy who's King Henry's
Okay, Vic.
father-in-law.
Okay, yes, yeah. Okay, yeah. I am familiar, yeah. The guy who's kind of an asshole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
He does.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable why they're there. Still with my head 180, I'm gonna turn and, like, rotate my arm and wave at them and then keep walking. Just flip my bits back around.
They don't wave back.
I figured they wouldn't, but it's the fact that I know that they know now that I know, and that's what's important.
Yeah. But you get to this magic shop, it's tight security or whatever. There's probably even a guard, like the Red Guard, the police, like standing across the street. You know how, like, you go to a nice gas station in a really bad neighborhood and there's, like, a cop there? Yeah, it's like that. But you go in, the bell rings above, you know, you get the security system. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
Front
but there's
door.
Yeah. You get the half-orc who's helping somebody else buy healing potions, and they kind of stutter as you guys walk in the door, but then they quickly help this other person buy their wares, and this little, like, level 5 adventuring party, let me make an intelligence check for them to see if they can tell who the fuck you are.
And it's
No,
not
they
the one
have no
that's
idea.
hunting for me, right?
No, this is a different group.
Good.
Let me see if the shopkeep... When you come in, he's like, "Oh, you guys are the Mercadian rejects, right?"
Yeah.
2/3.
I
Well,
just-
not all the Mercadian rejects.
Well, 2/3 / 2/5 / potentially at our highest 2/7.
I don't know
but
about
that's the whole thing.
2/5.
It's
Well,
they pick up
10,
their like newspaper stack of papers of Pelorian stealing souls and then all of Eli Locke's stuff, and he's like, "Saw you guys at the speech," and then read about you.
Yeah, we did that.
It's good work.
Yeah, we're gonna kill a lot of people. Who deserved it, though?
Bad people. Yeah, yeah.
People get freaked out when I say that, so I started adding that second bit.
They
He's
nod a
getting
little
better.
nervously. What can I help you with?
We need some magical items that can bind an extraplanar being to a singular plane of existence.
I do have those, and he shows
Oh.
you there's a side of the wall, like a side of the thing that's all glass cases of items to stop magic users. So like a charm of sanctuary or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of a thing. Counter spell scrolls. But he does have a couple of pairs of dimensional shackles. Do you guys want to make persuasion checks to see how much he'll sell them to you for?
I'm looking at Matt in the eyes with our negative charisma scores.
I have positive now that I'm part Asimar.
You have a +1, don't you?
Oh shit!
Yep. Here, I'll roll for it.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage. I'm helping.
Part of the
you.
cards.
You can guidance each other.
Yeah, take that.
Use
guidance.
friendship.
Yeah, you got a
Oh, yeah.
+1 plus a D4 plus your +1. Come on, we have.
That's a dirty 20.
Let's
Yay!
go.
Let's fucking go.
With our
Yeah.
powers combined, we are an average charismatic character.
Yeah.
We rock.
He's gonna sell them to you for 600.
That's what? How many Electrum?
Electrum is 50, right? So
I have no idea. I've just been trying to get it canonized.
makes it like 300 Electrum.
So that's what, 60 Platinum?
Yes, I
I
think.
like, here, Bastion, you want me to get this? I have an insane amount of money, more than you.
I'm just gonna reach into the bag of holding and just fucking drop 60 platinum coins.
Okay. Yeah, you now have
Gosh.
a pair of dimensional shackles.
And
Is
I'm
there
just gonna
anything
put-
else?
I'm going to put one extra Platinum there and be like, do not tell anyone that we bought that. Thank you.
Make a persuasion check.
I also sisters.
Yeah.
That's a nat one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna ask you, why?
Because
We're gonna go. We're killing an extraplanar being, and we kind of don't want them to notice. So if you tell people, then it'll get more easily to their head.
there's like a potentially evil demigod that might be connected to the mall. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
it would be really good of you to not tell them because you're the only person who's gonna know we bought these. And if you tell people that you bought them, then we'll know that you told people, and that's not going to be good for anyone.
The man is pale in the face. His deep forest green turns into like a wilted vine green. And he's like, there are certain items that I have to report to the state that I've sold and who I sold them to.
Oh, you can tell the
cool.
king.
Hey,
Vic,
yeah,
that's fine.
we work for the state. We're best friends with King Henry. We'll just tell him.
Yeah. And if you got to report to him, that's fine. Just him.
It's the commerce office.
Hey,
But
you're just telling their boss's boss.
That's fine. That's fine. Just keep it slim is what we're looking for. Only governmental entities.
Make persuasion or intimidation checks.
I'll do persuasion. I don't want to scare
I was
the
going
guy.
to say, I feel like we're kind of doing intimidation.
Yeah.
So that's an 11.
An 11? Okay.
Plus guidance.
Oh, right. Yep. So
Now
I
let's-
added
let's-
a start D4. I'm being silly. That's a 14.
You're a cleric,
Okay.
act like it.
I'm sorry.
I will report it to as little people as possible. I'll ask for an exception.
Yeah, hey, that works great. Thanks.
I owe you one. I will come back to buy more stuff from you.
I was about to say, do you guys want anything else?
I was going to kind of look around and be like, all right, are there any...
Do you buy stuff?
I do, yeah.
Cool. Do you want a magic die that you can pick what it rolls on?
Yeah, how much do you want for it?
I don't know.
What rarity
Kinda-
is that?
I don't. I think it's like an uncommon charlatan's die.
Oh, okay. That's he'll buy it for 90.
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. Just thank you, and he picks it up. Because I probably can't sell this in town, but I can sell it to. I have another dealer who sells things outside of town, and he puts it in like a back table.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else that I need, but if you ever have wares or anything, we'll swing by every now and then to see what's going on. I mean, we're fighting gods, so
Yeah, and
your
killing them.
patronage is, yeah. Well, hopefully killing them.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotta pull a
someone's gotta
1-2
put those
Vecna.
tools to use.
Yeah. Anyway, have a great day. What's the name of your shop, by the way?
The name of my shop is
Odds for Paris.
Counting
and
Counter
Magic.
Spells.
Love it.
Cool.
Perfect.
We'll be
And,
back.
back.
and my name is Roger Wilson.
Good to know, Roger Wilson.
Nice to meet y'all.
I'm Bastion, son of Gond. I was the first being ever created. Good to meet you.
It's other than
my classic offer my hand.
other than August, you're the first champion that I've ever met, and he's going to shake your hand.
Yeah,
Well,
I give him a
he's
very,
one of the
very
best.
firm grip.
This man's
have a
grip
great
is not
day.
as firm, but he's roughly strong, you know.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
Well,
I was gonna waltz out.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye, Roger Wilson. And I'll walk out.
Danger, Roger Wilson. Danger.
Danger.
Is that somebody?
Danger Will Robinson. It's
Yeah,
from,
Danger, Will Robinson.
Lost in Space.
Danger.
It's from Lost in Space, like an alien. It depends on the version. One version is an alien robot. The other version is like a self-defense robot. Really cool robot. Really cool story. That was done not very well in the remake, but really fun.
Yeah, my old chem teacher would keep saying that. And no one ever got it because we were all like late teenagers.
That's like how I had a programming professor who had us watch 2001: A Space Odyssey, and anyone who was able to
base.
clearly explain the ending would get extra credit. I was one of 3 people that was able to get the extra credit.
Nice.
Nice.
That's because I was reading the book.
Ooh, based. I've never seen 2001. I know the house scene.
Really good. Don't read or watch the sequel because it's just propaganda.
I usually if it's a sequel to an older movie, I don't. I know the Terminator is like an exception to that rule.
1 through
Terminator
4 are good.
Terminator. I was gonna say Terminator 3. I heard was not very good, but I do know 1 and 2
Terminator
are.
3 is mid. Terminator 4 ends the story perfectly by keeping a strict timeline, and then number 5 is like, what if we just tried to reboot it?
Yeah, that's like what Revelation Day or something, where John
it's-
Connor into the future.
So Into the Future one is 4, sort of, but then yeah, they do Genesis and Dark Fate, which just butcher it.
Okay, yeah,
I'll say more about it later. So
yeah.
have I heard back yet from the iStalk weirdos, or has it been only like
No, you
hours?
only sent that letter like an hour ago.
That's what I thought. Pale's gonna be like, hey Bastion, I gotta go take care of something. Going in that shop reminded me, gotta go by.
Okay, bye.
Ah!
I have a book to go drop off.
Okay.
I have a videotape to return.
It's
It's a Dane book.
Bastion, what are you doing when Pale runs off?
I remember King Henry said that he wanted to talk to me about how the Forgeborn are gonna like work in the city. By the way, I think Forgeborn still does work, but I think like the official title is the Cogs, the Children of Gond.
Nice.
Yeah, came up with that little clever one in like a minute.
Nice.
Let's not call them the in-universe
Blankers.
robots. Yeah, I don't know if that goes over very well. If I go, oh, what's up? These are my clankers.
Yeah, that does immediately sound like a slur.
Well, you'd be
Star Wars
surprised
it
to learn
is.
that it is, in fact, a Star Wars slur for
Mhm.
robots, or droids, rather. Yeah, they use it excessively in the Clone Wars to go, oh, these damn clankers.
Yeah.
So funny.
Got
Yeah,
some
well,
clankers on your left.
Like an in-universe slur for robots in a super futuristic, like Wild West is so funny.
Well, to be fair, it's probably like the same sort of... It's conceptually the same as, like, people post-World War II calling Germans Krauts. Where it's like, post-war hatred is still kind of there, because the droids either are a disenfranchised service class within, like, the Republic, or they're the enemy soldier stealing and murdering everyone if they work for the fucking
Yeah.
Great Empire.
Yeah, you're right.
Also, it takes place during the Clone Wars, in which there is a massive war against the droids owned by the
Which we're all
Trade...
being
What is it, the
controlled
Trade
by.
Federation?
Yep.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, but we'll do Pale first. Where are you going? I think I know, but where are you going?
I have to go see a librarian teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, you do remember where she lives? Are you going to go
Yep.
there or go to the school?
Where
'Cause
she
it's,
lives.
well, it's evening. Okay. You're able to walk there in about 30 minutes. What do you do when you get there? She's in an apartment, second floor. She's got a bunch of flowers on her balcony.
I pull out the Dane book and just knock on her door and try to suppress the whole champion thing as much as possible.
Okay. Make an Arcana or Religion check.
Which one of those is higher? That's religion. Obviously, I'm a cleric. Why am I even questioning that? That's a 16 plus set. That's a 23.
Yeah, you feel like you're keeping it in for the most part. You put your wings under your cloak or something and just kind of pull all the Merkul inside of you. But after a moment, she answers the door. She's still in her work clothes, but her hair's down. Erica the half-orc goes, "Oh, Pale! I heard you were back in town." And she goes to give you a hug.
And I'll give her a hug back. It's like, hey, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I couldn't be at the speech, but
No, that's a
Thanks.
good thing. It was a lot. I wasn't allowed to be there either because, my God.
What do you
want
mean?
A bad look for the kid. I don't want a bad look for the kid. Who was I worshiping last time you saw me?
she motions for you to come in as you're talking on her porch. But when you close the door, you mean you don't worship Tyr anymore?
And I dropped the facade.
Yeah, as the dark energy spills out into her apartment, mouth kind of opens a little. Oh,
Things happened. I am now the champion of the apocalypse god. Someone are you, death god? Merkul. I am sworn my soul unto his service. I'm going to materialize, bring out the communion blade. I am not the cleric of justice anymore. If anything, I am hurtling us towards an end that is ever coming.
make a persuasion check.
That's a 9.
Then make an insight check.
Oh man, I think I have a +8 insight. I got to check on that, but yeah. Oh, good. That's a 28.
You can tell that she still knows that you're the awkward cleric who invited her to a party at the castle, but she's also scared of you. Like, genuinely afraid of you in her apartment that is oozing dark power from the communion blade. Black smoke falls onto her woven rug.
I understand that this changes things. I just wanted to let you know that if you need, you can reach out to me. I can reach out to you. I can sending you once a day to check in, but the courier can come talk. I just wanted to let you know that I'm still around, albeit different. If this is a little much, there's no problem with that. I understand. If it's all good, then we can talk about this more later, but yeah, I get it. You know?
She nods and she's like, mouth still kind of open and eyes wide, crossing her arms over her chest, and she says, I'm not sure I can invite you to show and tell anymore.
That's kind of alright.
Or anything else, really.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how often I get similar comments, generally. I'm gonna head out. Please enjoy the book. I have another book I do want to show you later. I just don't have it with me. I got it when we visited Mechanus's plane, sort of. Got to hang with Ildor Avarice, took a book out that shows parts of time. I'm gonna head out. Yeah. Oh, also, I thought the kids in your class would enjoy this. I take out one of my things, Marvelous Figments, set that down, and walk out. Like, see you around or not. It's whatever you buy.
'Cause she takes the books and lets you set the paint down on like a side table, and she's like, I'm really sorry, Pale. If you need anything, let me know. You want to make another insight check?
Yep. She's like, oh shit, he's all fucked up. That's a 21, a dirty 21.
You can tell that she doesn't want to hang out anymore.
Yep. I'm gonna be like, well, some say I'm too hot anyway. I'll see you around. Then I'm gonna open my wings, try to fly away, hit into like her awning, land again, and walk away, and then fly off again, acting like that didn't happen.
Okay. Yeah, it's you fly away from her apartment. There are people on the street who see somebody. Make another religion check to see if you give people the.
Whoopsie daisy. Oh, thank God. That's a 25.
Okay. You don't ooze the dark power over the town as you soar above it like the portent of death. People do see you fly, and you see even a couple of guards grip their crossbows watching you go.
Well.
Or not crossbows, they have fucking rifles, but, you know.
They're actually just bullets mounted in our crossbows.
Yeah. It's like a fucked up slingshot.
You have to pull back the hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually always have Genasi hands at the end of them. Like when I tried to punch bullets in my fingers, I was like,
Yeah.
no, don't do that. Your hand will explode. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's the circle for the iron sight.
Oh my God.
It's an OK symbol, like with the hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes really well with what I just put in the chat of today on Pale becomes a MGTOW.
Mm-hmm.
Which, Bailey, you may want to cut that out. It's men go their own way. It's essentially a radical male movement of like, girls suck. We're not going to talk to girls.
It's when an incel goes so far they turn gay.
Legitimately. Like, you think you're kidding or not?
Yeah.
It's just not natural.
Being an incel or being gay?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hashtag Pride Month.
Oh no.
It's okay. I love men. I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
How can I be homophobic? Even my bitch is gay. That's a song lyric. Also, my girlfriend's gay. But that's... Anyway.
It's okay. My girlfriend's gay. I can say it, guys. I'm one of you.
How does Matt play an awkward idiot so well? That's the secret.
That's how Matt knows what a beard is. Okay.
Oh my God.
I only last night learned what a lavender marriage is.
Oh, yeah. I love gay men getting married to straight women because they have to, and then actually just going out and having a bunch of gay sex.
Well, no, I heard that it was when a lesbian and a gay dude marry each other.
Yep. It's two gay people getting married and then having respect for their partners but looking straight.
Yeah.
What's the marriage called then when it's just like a marriage for show?
That. Yeah, same thing.
No, like the hang on.
I think lavender marriage generally is just a marriage for show to hide that one or both.
Okay, to conceal the socially stigmatized sexual orientation of one or both partners. Okay, that's what I was confused on.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was
it's
just the one.
yeah, it's either both of them are gay or just one of them's gay.
Hashtag Henry's parents.
I
Oh,
mean
Hashtag
that's
Leo's
kind of what it
parents.
seems.
It's literally
like
what it is, yeah.
Good for them.
good for them. That's what I say. I say good for them.
But Pale, do you fly all the way to the castle or do you land?
Oh, like just out of eye shot, just to try and look cool. Yeah, when I'm
Okay,
like,
okay.
Got my wings retired. My back hurts. I need to develop my muscle in my back.
Trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fall face first into like.
Oh yeah, that's
Some
you
grass
do
that
still
catches
have
fire.
like 4 points of exhaustion. You can barely fly. That's why you trip.
Yeah. Oh, ow.
Yeah, and then you limp back to the castle. Okay. And then Bastion, as you're leaving the magic shop, where do you go immediately?
I'm going back to the castle. King Henry wanted to talk, didn't he?
He did. Doesn't have to be right now, but right now is good. You assume he
Yeah.
just finished the speech.
Yeah, I mean, I got time.
Okay. Yeah, you walk into the castle, you're gonna have to show them, even though most of the guards probably know who you are, they've been briefed, you still have to like show them the symbol or whatever, and but they'll let you in. And let me drink some water really quick. My fucking voice, I've noticed in the recordings that I can keep hearing myself fucking breathe and it annoys the shit out of me.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So sorry if you can hear my cringe ass like fucking wheezing. My bad.
You're
But
evolving into a coughing already.
I've tried to.
It is your bad, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, okay. Fuck. It's I've recently realized that in addition to nuts and sesame, recently I've become allergic to kiwi, and so I finally have an EpiPen.
Bro, you're out here dying.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
yeah. Call me Wheezy, isn't that a rapper?
I know Yeezy is.
Yeah.
That's Kanye. Weezy
Yeah.
probably is. Weezy probably is.
At least like a SoundCloud rapper.
I do feel like Wheezy is a rapper. Actually, I need to look this up.
Oh, here, I'll look it up because you're about to go on your little quest.
Yeah, Wheezy.
Oh.
Wesley Tyler
Oh,
Glass.
no, wait.
Unprofessional. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was. No, Lil Wayne is not Wheezy.
I thought you said one of
Unless
those
there's a-
nicknames.
Known for his producer tag, Wheezy Outta Here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I recognize the producer tag.
Got it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you know how they'll like go like mustard on the beat, or like something like that. Like that's the producer tag. Yeah, that's right. That's where I know Wheezy from. Anyways.
Yeah, but you go to the castle. They let you in. I'm assuming it's King Henry mostly hangs out in the breakfast room. It's closer to his bedroom is honestly why they use it for everything. And he doesn't like being in the official rooms for stuff. Because he feels pretentious and he's nervous about everyone disliking him. So King Henry is in there. He's coughing a lot. It's been a very stressful day for him. Yeah, but they're going over. He's having a meeting with some kind of police person, mostly about how they're pretty sure no one's gonna riot tonight. That's mostly what they're talking about. Is like the two people that got arrested or whatever. The wizard that you guys stopped has already confessed to attempting to assassinate Henry. And they're watching out for, there's another adventurer group in town. Maybe it was the one you guys just encountered, but there's another one that's based in Golgari, and I don't know if they're allies yet, so they have some of the Blackguard and Jaegerin's men watching them. And Henry kind of like grimaces a little, as he's reminded over and over again how much the Jaegerin guards have, like, depending on who you ask, they almost have more authority than the actual like police and military do. Despite only answering to Victor, but they do what the police ask them to do because that's what Victor tells them to do. Yeah, but it's Henry Wade, Also, Sergeant Greybark is here. He's finally back from, they'll eventually tell you that he went to a combat medic training school, and that's where he's been. But the dog that can talk, he's an Anuru. And Henry will be very particular about that he's an Anuru. He's not actually just a dog, but he looks just like a dog. It's like a tabaxi, but he's very, very, very dog-like. 4 legs, walks on 4 legs, and couldn't originally talk. He has a collar of tongues. And if you ever listen to the episodes, I make his voice really, really high. As a, joke from Up. But, they're all in here. And Victor's probably also in here just because. And Henry is looking not great. He's, sweaty and even more pale than usual. Wade is, watching him like a hawk. I almost said watching him like a cock. But, yeah. Marceline's probably here, too. Listening to the debrief.
Mm-hmm.
But, what do you do? Wait for them to finish up, or...?
Yeah, I think I'll just stand in the doorway.
Okay. Taking up the entire doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they,
Just go with all
They eventually finish up the, Blackguard General, or the Red Guard General is the police, gives you a nod, but then leaves, and, probably Victor glares at you. On the way out, he's gonna go talk to Marceline about something, and then it's just...
Look at him in the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your unblinking, glowing eyes.
Perfectly rotating to follow his gaze.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But then it's just Wade, Marceline, Sergeant Greybark, Henry, and probably a couple of the guards that just stand in the corner and pretend they don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's going alright for me. You'd wanted to talk with me, right?
Yeah, about the Forgeborn details.
Yeah.
It's we can do that now if you want.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Pale's randomly left and said he had to go return some books, so I don't really know what that means.
Is that a I should worry about it sort of a deal, or?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Okay.
A shrug.
We'll give him an hour before we start worrying about manslaughter or whatever.
Yeah.
But go ahead. What's your ideal?
So I think realistically, I don't know if the Forgeborn will be here for a very long time. I got a vision sequence a while back about a flying ship, and given that we've got at least a little bit of surplus of time, and we're about to have a lot of very able-bodied workers, provided they want to work, of course. I'm probably just gonna make a big floating fortress city, and they can live there, but they kind of need a place to stay in the meantime.
A fortress city.
Yeah, like a castle, but in the sky and with a lot of really big guns on it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna give it legs too. Just,
What, and just wander around the Winter Waste or something?
Yeah, just float around.
Um,
Hard to siege something that you can't, you gotta get a flying ram for that.
yeah, if you want to do that I don't know, we can help you set up for honestly the same thing we're doing with the concordance of making nomads kind of have the legal status of their own town. We could just help you do that for whenever you get that going. There's also
I wouldn't mind getting help in terms of just setting up the rules of governance and such.
Yeah.
Just kind of modeling it after y'all's, but I kind of think we'll do our own thing.
Yeah.
Although surely I think our two cities would have a fairly good alliance together.
Yeah. I'm glad to meet a potential neighbor.
Yeah.
we could have get you like a debrief on, because there are nomadic tribes in the Winter Wastes, and you'd essentially be one, so we could make sure you guys are friends with them.
Yeah, that would work. I'm kind of doing a roundup of a bunch of Gon's creations. Yeah, we might have a Sphinx visiting us soon. I don't know. Gon said that he'd talk with her.
Interesting.
Yeah, but she'll be helping with the Forgeborn creation and stuff. Speaking of, we are about to put souls into the current bodies we've got. So we're about to have 20 new Forgeborn.
Okay. We have our plan had been in the 2 days that we had to think of a plan to have like, I don't know, essentially a daycare for the first couple of days, and then get them like, an assisted living center for old people.
No,
Like
I don't
how
think I've
there's-
ever talked with many old people.
Oh, fair. Yeah. So they have their own apartment, right? But then there's somebody who could take care of them that like checks up on them and makes sure they're doing okay. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that would work. I think for the schools, I think if Yagami, Nokia, and Pale Jr. could talk with them too, I think that'd be really good, just because that'd kind of be some first-hand experience.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, I've really only been conscious for about 4 more months than they have, so...
That's what I mean, is we have, they've been already recruiting some, like, retired teachers, to, like, retired teachers and, like, a couple people who lead orphanages or whatever to be, I don't know, guides. I don't know, if you talked about not wanting them to be, especially if you guys are going to be at least the ones who want to leaving. So they won't be like parental figures, but just mentors, I guess.
Yeah, I think that works. At least just until some of them can kind of take over the role.
Yeah, teach each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works. So, but you're good with that plan so far of having, because we've got sort of a, like, probably not a good idea to wake them up inside the Forge Labs, but we do have, they're cleaning up right now a building for the hi, welcome to being alive sort of a deal.
Yeah, that would be good.
And then they'll put them in, once they know how to open doors, have them be in a less watched over place.
Yeah, the group housing stuff and the retired teachers, I think that works. Just kind of give them a brief rundown of existence and how to like be a person. I think that'll be pretty integral.
Yeah. That sounds good. What day did you want? They should be ready like tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah, do they want any help? Because I mean, honestly, if I do it sooner rather than later, it means that it's just more hands and less time they got to take to acclimate. And given we got a war, kind of coming up here real soon, I'd rather not have to worry about them and also, who I gotta like murder.
Yeah, definitely. If you and the Forgeborn kids want to be there.
Yeah. I can go help them out.
Yeah.
The cleanup process. I'll see if the kids want to go too.
Yeah, it's not that intense. It's just a like an old office building that like because we had to rebuild a lot of them for diversity reasons. So it's one of the ones that's been closed for like 5 years. It's not a big deal, but it's like they're just patching up the drywall and stuff. New coat of paint, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we can definitely help with that.
Yeah, cool. I'm not sure the address, and he'd go get somebody who knows. And he's coughing up a lot of blood.
I'm gonna look
And-
around at who's in the room again.
Yeah, it's Wade, Marceline, Sergeant Greybark, and then a couple of random guards.
Yeah, remind me, King Henry's told only Marceline, right?
He's told Marceline and Wade, and you're not sure about because Greybark, the Anuru, is basically Wade's job when Wade has like a day off. So
Mhm.
like probably one day a week it'll be Greybark here instead of Wade. But
yeah. I'm gonna look at King Henry and I'm gonna go. Have you talked with a doctor lately? Speaking of about your stuff, gotten the checkup and everything.
Yeah, and he'd look around the room at the guards that are in here, and he's like, "Hey, can we get a minute?" And they nod and walk out. And now it's just Wade, Greybark, and Marceline. And he's like, "Yeah, they're looking it over, and Dad is unfortunately putting. I always feel like a fucking vampire, but they're, getting his blood drawn or whatever for in case I fucking bleed out.
Yeah, I mean that would that'd be like dying at the finish line to a race.
Yeah, but and Marceline would be like, and we still have we talked about putting him in a Forgeborn body in case you do die, and Henry's like, I hope we don't need that.
Yeah, I mean we could definitely just make it look like like it just looks like you.
I think tricking people might be worse. And Marceline goes, well, you have to live because it's our anniversary next week. And he kind of looks to you, Bastion, and gives like a weak smile, and he's like, I got you a present already. And he probably means his heart in a jar.
Mhm.
And she talks about like she's going to break in his room and find it, and then accuses Wade of being the one who's hiding it because he's like, you're never going to find it. I hate suspense. It's a present. You're supposed to be in suspense. Come on, I'll cry. You hate when I do that. I know when you're faking it. Yeah, your present has been in my room, and your present has been in Wade's house, but it is not currently at either of those places. Because it's in my chest still, and I'm keeping that a secret.
Mhm. I think Bastion sort of gets the subtext of what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think it fully registers though, so he's like, a riddle for sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, does Bastion know what an anniversary is? No.
I've honestly I've realized as I've kind of like looked back at some of the previous episodes, there's a lot of things that Bastion really just doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But just for sheer simplicity. Because I don't think Bastion doesn't know what an anniversary is. Why would Gon have known what an anniversary was?
Yeah. Or even if Gon knows, why would he bother telling you? In the grand scheme of things, it's not that important.
Yeah. So I
she's-
think Bastion's able to put together the context of like it's probably a party because she's getting a gift.
Yeah. And she's trying to distract him from the impending doom of probably in the next day or two having his organs ripped out and possibly dying. And she's like, what do you want to do for our anniversary, Henry? And he's like, you always want to have a party. And she's like, well, I love parties, but what do you want to do? And he's like, I'd like to be invited. And she smacks him with a newspaper. And
I mean, I imagine you'll probably want to, enjoy being able to like breathe normally
yeah.
and not have like just blood kind of everywhere in your internals and not like the areas it should be.
Yeah. And he looks at the rag that's like soaked corner to corner, and Wade goes and gets him like another one off the like coffee table they have in here. And he's like, Henry, I think you need to go lie down. And Henry's like, for once in my fucking life, maybe I agree with you.
Yeah, just take a little bit of a break, you're at the finish line. You said what, like 2 days, right?
Yeah, the doctors want to practice on like pigs or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I can, if it'll make you feel any better, I can also be in there, make sure they hook everything up right. I haven't worked a whole lot on actual people, but I have kind of made an entire sentient race of people who function pretty well. So I
Yeah,
know a
if
little
you
bit.
if you wanna make sure they understand exactly how it works, because they get it, and they had a. I'll tell you, the engineers are very impressed.
I would
they're-
hope so.
Yeah. Of I hate to say mechanics, but like people who invent medicine machines or whatever, they're gonna want to shake your hand at the very least. A couple of them are actually gaunt people, so
Yeah, hey, that's great. I'll have to go
Yeah.
stop. I'll stop by and see them after. Well, I'm on my way to go see the kids.
and Marcelin's like, I want to be in the room too, and he's like, you are gonna stress out and then stress the doctors out. And they're probably gonna have an argument about that of Henry convincing her to not be in the fucking surgery room.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I imagine there might be like a window or something, but they are super gonna cut him open and take all his organs out. I don't know if that's like. I mean, I've done that a lot, but I mean not to Henry himself, but like not exactly like a usual process people see. Plus, from my experience, it usually stresses out people who know that person when you take their organs out.
She nods and kind of like bites her lip, and Wade is like, I'll stand out there with you. And she kind of nods of, Henry, Wade is everybody's like, what is that, emotional support person?
Yeah, their anchor.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, what if have you gotten a chance to talk with many of the Forge Board? Because they'll be awake by then too.
Oh, who are you asking?
Marceline.
She says, no, I've only really talked to, them at the meeting. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
would
they're-
like to.
They're real cool. How about I bring them by?
Sure.
Yeah, that'll work. They have someone to talk to about the whole surgery thing.
Oh, yeah, because, one of them helped make the thing, right?
Yeah. Light Yagami did.
Okay, yeah. And, earlier Marceline's like, I can't ask you to do a surgery that could possibly kill you, but I really want you to live.
Mhm.
And so she's also a little nervous about the thing, but then she, while is definitely anti-magic or whatever, she's not nearly as paranoid as Henry is.
Mhm.
And that's mostly because he shields her from a lot of stuff. And so, she is nervous about her best friend possibly dying, but she believes more that it's going to work. And Wade is probably going to walk Henry to his room because he's sweating. Like, he looks terrible and his hands are shaking.
Mhm.
Yeah, but she would hang out here with Greybark probably, and like other guards are going to come in, other official government folks who still need to talk to her, and she'll be like, yeah, Henry is taking a break, which Henry hates doing that. They had to kidnap him to go on a vacation.
Mhm.
But he's definitely not doing good today, so they're going to
Yeah.
make him drink a Gatorade and go to take a nap.
Have I met Greybark?
I don't think so. He'd probably nod to you. I think Henry talked about him briefly on the way to
yeah.
Bulgari.
Yeah, I think my first time meeting King Henry, he talked about him,
Yeah.
but I don't think I've ever actually met him.
Yeah, he's almost he looks like a police dog, like a German shepherd.
Are they? They're Gandhian, aren't they?
Anurus? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like
Yeah.
the dog version of Tabaxi.
Yeah, I'll walk over and I'll offer a hand. I go, "Hi, I don't believe we've met before. I'm Bastion, son of Gond. I was the second thing ever made in the universe."
And Uwu, get the fuck out of here. He would sit on his hind legs and when you have a dog shake, he puts his paw in your hand.
Nice to meet you. They mentioned you.
Yeah, hi. It's good to see another child of Gond.
Yep. Yeah. I'm not really religious, but well, if anything, I'm partial to Ilmater, but I very rarely pray.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not a matter of like a religion thing. It's just like a conceptual thing, you know.
Yeah, like a brotherhood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
because
I get it.
we're all made by the same guy.
Yeah. Giants, orcs, Anuru, Tabaxi,
Mm-hmm.
goblins,
And now the Forgeborn.
and now the Forgeborn. That's exciting. I am happy to meet them. That's, it's...
He turns to Marceline. He's like,
Do they sound the same?
and he motions to you, asking her, and she's like, "What do you mean sound?" And he's like,
I can hear the...
and then he kind of pauses, and he's like, they would eventually explain that Sergeant Greybark can like hear electricity, and because that's why they have him keep Henry his amazing hearing, and so they say that they keep him around. I think August talked about him too, actually, is that sometimes when King Henry forgets to have a heartbeat and some other doctor might feel a pulse to see if he's fucking alive, they say, oh, he does have just the very weakest pulse on Earth. Sergeant Greybark can hear it. He's still alive. And Wade goes, yeah, he's breathing. And so they keep them around so no one realizes that Henry doesn't have a pulse sometimes.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, if you ever want to come visit or anything, you're going to be more than welcome to the sector in Thunder's Grim till Outer Heaven's finished building.
Outer Heaven?
Yeah, the big fortress city I'm putting together.
Wow. I'd love to see it, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be built basically like wherever I can find the space for it. It's kind of a whole city I'm building now that I'm thinking about it.
How are you gonna make it fly?
Oh, I kind of got that figured out already. I got a vision sequence from Gond. I just gotta, upscale some stuff. It's not too hard, honestly. It's just like building people.
Everyone kind of looks to the ceiling to ponder that for a second, and then uncertainly nods, but they believe that you know what you're talking about, even if they're like, that doesn't sound possible. What do we know? We're not,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the mechanics of everything, everything's just a machine if you break it down to the bears to sensorals. It's just they work off of different stuff. I mean, basically, what is like a human, but just a suit of meat, powered by the soul and the electricity that soul uses to move the meat. It's the same sort of thing, but with robotics, and I guess
Elon Musk.
Yeah, let's get the Neuralink. Come on, guys. The monkeys lived. They're fine. They're fine, guys.
God.
Did they live or are they fine? They live.
Yeah. Guards, get that one. Get that one. Yeah, send him to Epstein.
Send him to Epstein, good God! Oh no!
Did the island with you?
I say at
Hey,
that
guys,
moment, Pale gets here.
What's happened to Ian? We don't talk about Ian anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Red laser sight disappears. Oh.
Yeah, let me close the curtains in my window really quick.
It's too late. They're in the walls.
let me get the microchips out of my arms so they can stop hearing my voice through my blood.
Well, there are apparently some antipsychotics where they put nanomachines in them now, but that's a whole other thing.
Nanomachine, son.
God damn it. But
I love Metal Gear!
Oh my God.
So yeah, I guess I just kind of waltz in, and by waltzing I mean stumble and trying to throw up immediately on myself.
After walking up all the stairs in this castle, you're like, you're looking like King Henry, honestly. And as Wade's helping him walk out, you pass each other, and he throws you a peace sign.
He's suddenly I just collapse on the floor,
Oh God.
like still fully conscious, kind of laying there, like Hey, Bastion. What's up,
Oh,
buddy?
hey, Pale. Oh, you threw up on
You're-
your shoulder. Here, I got you, bud. I'll just
You're
pick him up
taller.
by the, I'll pick him up by the scruff of his neck.
Uh-huh.
Mm. This is
Like,
surprisingly
like
cozy.
the back of his collar.
Yeah.
That's like a cat, like arm straight out, kind of like.
Just holding
just-
you by the plate mail.
Can you just throw me in my bed? Just fully clothed. That's fine. I have something worse.
Yeah, for sure. I was just talking with is it Sir Greybark?
Sergeant Greybark.
Sergeant. I was just
Oh.
talking with Sergeant Greybark here.
Yeah, the
telling
furry.
him that he's gonna be welcome in Outer Heaven at any time.
In where?
Oh, it's the big fortress city I'm building.
Oh, I know you had a name. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty sick name.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, I was going for Floaty McBigfloat, but you know, I guess I lost the poll.
That's a bad name.
I
I don't think I would have picked that one.
That's a.
But,
You-
the efforts,
You have all the
efforts
Forge-born
appreciated.
kids vote, and that's what they come up with?
God. I think having a
Floaty
bunch of people with
McBoatface.
the intelligence of like fresh 10-year-olds, I think
Well,
would lead us to have that name.
they're all gonna be fairly intelligent, but they're no wisdom at all.
Yeah.
It's
I hope
like
that
how,
I hope that there is no Forgeborn that has a positive charisma.
Wait here, Bailey, cut this future part out.
I've actually decided that Garfield doesn't know what sex is, because that's funnier to me.
That is funnier.
Knows what
Like,
sex is. Has
Don't
it.
get me wrong, he's very, very horny, but he doesn't know what sex is.
He
That's
just
so
keeps kind of trying different foods and seeing if that makes it go away.
Yeah.
Like an
Ooh,
itch
this
can't
lubricant will
scratch
work.
because he's not familiar with the body parts associated with it.
He's 420 years old, but doesn't know what sex is.
Nice. Just please.
Long time to not know what sex is.
But he's also a more than slightly insane wizard. So,
Yeah. We're
Well,
all a
then
little,
not in a
we're all a
bowl
wee
of
bit,
each other.
we're all a
which in
wee bit
his
crazy.
defense, he was in a Sonkralian dungeon for literally 50 years.
That's no excuse.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Just grow up.
Oh, grow up. Wow.
He blew his own
Oh,
brains out to
horrible.
escape Son Corel after the Vivianites and Ilmatari made him a clone.
Pale would have done that twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bastion couldn't do that, but he probably would have just not been captured in the first spot.
Oh, well. It's a debate for you to have with Garfield later.
Yeah.
But you're
I mean,
gonna
I
go
would-
carry Pale by the scruff to the... Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I interrupted.
No, you're good. I was just I'll wave goodbye to Greybark. I've
Okay.
left him. Yeah. And then I'll go to Pale's room and just toss him there
Okay.
on his bed.
Gunk. The metal bar dropping sound.
Metal pipe.mp3.
Yup.
Fuck yeah. Oh,
But
by the way, off topic, but happy
Yeah.
anniversary of Ronald Reagan's death.
Oh. Didn't know.
Yeah, happy Pride Month.
Hilarious.
During Pride Month? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely during Pride Month.
Today I found out that Bastion doesn't even care about one of Earth's greatest engineers, Mr. Keymeyer himself.
What?
Oh, Killdozer.
Oh, yeah.
The-
Yeah,
it
it
was
is
just the
almost the
20th
anniversary of Killdozer.
No, I
did
think
hear
it was.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
Pride to Killdozer as well.
But in the Paperclip Labs, as you walk by to go to the apartments you guys have been issued, is Dennis and Margaret and Jasmine are currently working on their continued anti-necromancy project. The kids in Garfield are on the other side of the lab doing soldering for number 21, as they finished, or number 22. They finished 21 yesterday, and the other ones are lined up against the wall, like when you collect power armor in Fallout. And then you might look into like a side room or a break room and see, like, there's maybe like a conference room in here or something, but there's a room with a table. And Ash has they've given him permission to use his briefcase. And so he's going nuts and has paper everywhere. And he's probably, he maybe has the door shut, but through a window you can see that he's humming a little tune as he's just, his hands are covered in ink as he's been literally writing letters ever since you saw him last.
Yeah, can I stop by the, is this on the way to the medical clinics, or was the medical clinics before this?
Oh, it's a different part of the castle.
Okay, I'll pick up the kids and we'll go there.
Okay. Yeah, you throw Pale in his room. And then, Pale, what are you doing? Just going to sleep?
Not even going to sleep, just kind of laying there. And then doing my thing of reaching out to people with just occasional sendings of like, hey, it's Pale, just checking in. How
Who do you
are
talk
you?
to?
This time it'll be Vlorg the Forest Oracle.
Okay.
Then touching base with Jade, Folium, and my dad.
What do you say to Vlorg?
I was like, hey, listen, this is Pale. We met a long time ago. I just want to touch base. We're about to fight like a god war, and I just want to see if you were able to talk a bit more. Thanks, man.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh, God. He's probably on that Oracle juice.
I'm gonna brain fuck you, dude.
16 plus... Wisdom save is... I wish I could read. Plus 3... that's plus 8, so that's a 24.
Okay. It's, if you'd gotten lower, he would have just replied, the maw is coming, and you would have gotten a headache. But he actually is able to, reply to you in English, and says, doing good, sheltering refugees.
All right, we'll be in touch. I'm in. I'm here. Come through if you ever can. We got you covered.
Like my home. The maw is coming.
Fair enough. Yeah, it is. All right, peace out.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just gonna reach out to my family. Like, hey guys, how you doing? I'm just kind of tired and in bed, so I just want to check in.
Do you message Renfrew, Jade, or your mother, or Folium?
All four.
Okay.
I was like checking in with each. Like, hey, what's good?
Yeah.
What's cracking, Jimbo?
The general consensus is that they wrote you a letter earlier, but it obviously hasn't gotten there yet, if you're messaging them. They got Renfrew back. Your mother alternated between hugging him and kissing him and then beating him with a spoon. Yeah, just kind of had like a happy mental breakdown, but a mental breakdown nonetheless. She's okay now. But, yeah, they're mostly just hanging out and catching up, and,
Emotional over a fan's.
the fuck was that? But,
A fan.
A friend of mine just sent me a video and I fucking clicked on it on accident.
no, it's okay.
Never trust what friends send.
They was shaking ass in the club, man.
LOL. Fair enough.
But the general consensus is mostly they're trying to figure out what to do now. And they are also, in order to help you, also finding out where, like, Maw people might be. Because they remember that was the last thing that they were... Yeah, they basically ask, how can we help you from here?
Just you guys stay safe, honestly. Don't go near anything. Don't help with anything. Don't pray. Oh my god. Gods. Just all of you stay safe. If you have any questions, reach out to me, but stay safe and don't do anything.
And your mother would ask you, she got the feather, Stephen Puyo's feather that you sent her. And I don't remember exactly what you said in the letter, but she says that she put it in a vase, and now it's on the mantelpiece.
Aw. So nice. What a good mom.
Yeah. And they have broken the news to her that you now worship the Apocalypse God, and she says, I'll always love you, stay safe, please.
Yeah, I know. Gosh. Do my best.
Also,
I'll save
thank
all
you
my
for
other-
rescuing your father.
Yeah, I just had to kill another dragon who was mind controlling a bunch of people and bring her soul to that dragon.
Yeah, I also had to beat Folium and Jade with my spoon to make them tell me what you've been up to.
They should have held out better. I'm disappointed then.
Yeah, just my son, stay safe before I have an aneurysm. You're not allowed to die before me.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah.
And I'll save my more complicated messagings for later, sendings for later, where I have to actually think about what I want to say to some of the big players I want to bring in.
Okay.
Like Allie's brothers and Norton the Tiefling and...
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
You want to bring in Notorian?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get weird with this, Bailey. I've been keeping a list of all the Pale's best friends, which is every character that hasn't outright tried to kill him, not really including Tyrion, who did try to kill him.
Yeah.
But he was pretty.
Cool. But you get to the medical lab, Sebastian. And bring the children with you?
Yeah.
Were you going to send them to hang out with Marceline, or were you going to take them to the hospital with you?
We were gonna. I was saying I'll bring the Forgeborn to the surgery.
Oh, okay.
Talk with them while the surgery's going on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to distract her.
Yeah. Nothing like meeting a freshly created sentient being.
While your husband and best friend is getting their organs replaced, you know.
I mean, again, he takes
heart transplant.
Those. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you go to the hospital, and the doctors would meet with you there. You probably... Do you ask around looking for them, or...
Yeah.
Okay. It's King Henry's specific doctors, and as soon as you get here, there's sort of a motion of, oh, thank God. They're like, hey, we need to talk to you about some things. That's thank goodness that you're here.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
There's the two lead doctors that are been like Henry's kind of assigned ones.
Mm-hmm.
There's Arvin Bonegrip, who's actually, it's a female mountain dwarf, and then there is, I'm on Fantasy Name Generator because I just realized that I hadn't named them yet. All these names suck. And then Brom Commonbrook, who's a human. They're his two main ones, and there's like other sort of, people who are, what's the word? Who work for these two, basically. But they're the ones who always do surgery on Henry when they need to put a new, drain in his fucking lungs. And I tell you, there is a third person named, Jalen Longwater, who's actually up in Henry's bedroom right now, because he's not doing well today. But you might even see...
I said bong water.
Bong water? Okay, that fucking works too. Listen. But you might even probably see, King James leaving, as he's just had... They've taken all the blood they can safely take out of him today.
Mm-hmm.
So he's also there. And he wanted to talk to you guys too. But maybe both of you, or we could go get Pale.
Oh, I can just be dragged over on a gurney.
Okay. I'm just trying to think, how would we, I don't know, not metagame go get you?
Someone decided to bring me with because King Henry's my favorite boy king.
Yeah, or King James might say to you, Bastion, if I want to talk to all three of you. Also.
Well, Carolina's completely gone, so we don't really know where she is.
Okay.
I can get Pale real quick, though. Or I guess one of the Forgeborn can. Nokia, do you mind grabbing him?
Yeah, no problem.
It'll probably be a gentler ride with you.
Yeah, I'll carry him.
Yeah, he is still super bleeding.
Yeah.
I look at the doctors. It's fine. He does that all the time.
Oh. Okay. It's he also has lung problems. That's not great, but
No, he just Bastion thinks for a second. Gets hurt a lot. Sometimes intentionally.
Okay. Does he need to go to a psych ward? Has he talked to anyone about hurting himself on purpose?
Yeah, he talks to people sometimes.
Okay. Well, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard the people that he says he talks to.
Oh, so he hears voices also?
I mean, yeah, doesn't everyone?
And they kind of
I know
mumble.
what I saw. I know what I saw.
They kind of mumble about, well, that makes sense of him being a Merkul cultist. He is probably crazy, so this... But in the meantime...
Absolutely ruining Pale's rep.
Yeah! As if he had one.
That is true.
Man.
But the King James is going to wait. But then the other surgeons that are in here, they're going to explain to you basically everything that August and Garfield told you while you guys were out of time of, hey, that they don't know that you don't know that King Henry's already kind of dead. And so they tell you of like, so yeah, if they just very awkwardly break that news to you of, I don't know how to tell you this, but also this could honestly be his only chance because he has already lived so far past what he's supposed to. We finally had to give him like a, you know, the 18 months thing of he's starting to catch on that he's one of very few people who have made it this long. Because most people only last like 2 or 3 years after they catch it, and he's gone for 7. There's only like 30 other people who've had it as long as he has, and we're running out of excuses to give him, and we can't tell him there's some sort of magical cure, you know, because the placebo thing, because then he's going to insist that we give it to everyone else, and it's not going to work on anyone else. So this might finally actually fucking work.
Yeah, I mean, it'd work even if he wasn't being kept alive through like. How?
Exactly. That's...
Yeah. I know that we know that he's literally motivated by sheer will, but how do they know that?
They don't know how he's alive. They just know that he is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean... Oh, and I'm working on the spine thing, too.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a little tinker project I've got on the side.
They're like, okay, we could install that at the same time, like just tell them that it's gonna, you know, we'll just say the breathing machine's really heavy, so it'll be back support.
I don't
oh
think
my
I finished.
god.
Did I finish it?
Yeah, you're done with it.
That's right, yeah, it was, it was part of the rules. Yeah, I mean, here, I'll pull it out of the bag of holding, just a whole spine.
Yeah,
yeah, here you go, you can check it over too. I can assure you it'll all work.
Yeah. They'd ask you a lot of questions of how exactly it's supposed to work, because they could figure it out, but they have the inventor right here, so...
Yeah, I'll give them an exact rundown of everything.
Okay. I don't know if you tell them how you know.
No.
Okay, yeah, they're probably gonna assume it's Dawn Vision.
Yeah. I won't let them know that I know.
But they're like, it has been years. We're gonna have to... this thing already has a blood filter, which is amazing, because his organs don't... We're just gonna remove his kidney and liver, because the last time we had to, they're literally rotting inside of him.
Uh-huh.
They kind of frantically explain they don't work. When he got poisoned, they don't work, and they're finally, actually starting to get necrosis, so we were gonna have to take him out the other time, but it's usually Jaegerin is in the room or somebody, and so it's how do we put his organs in biohazard if we can't tell anyone that we're taking them out, because he points to the 4 or 5 people in the room of we're the only ones who know about this.
Yeah, well, hey, that's alright, I know too now.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm sure that he's... Yeah, oh, by the way, this is the guy I was telling you about, the one who hears stuff. This is Pale.
Yeah. Nukio Oxen carrying you, Pale.
Just hear the voices that speak to me through time and space.
I wouldn't worry
throughout
about the big
universe.
hole in him. That was there when we got
I
here.
was just talking to the voices.
I wouldn't worry about it. I put like a hand on the like the lead doctor's shoulder.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it.
They kind of mouth open.
I know I don't.
Nod a little bit. Listen, you're saving the king that they've been. This is a medical anomaly. This is a miracle.
Yeah.
Of
Use magic, nerds.
of top secret. This never leaves this surgery room. We cannot tell anyone about this. So it's thank
Yeah, for sure.
God.
By the way,
Yeah.
if you want, I can make you guys the schematics for these.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, there'd be some talk about it because this, I don't know if you've heard. I'm building a city. That's going to need a bunch of funds. Yeah, we can talk about it though.
They kind of do the squinting their eyebrows and I don't know they're making a frown but in a pondering way, not a disapproving way.
Mm-hmm. Like an upside down smirk is the closest thing I can think of.
Maybe it's a okay, like that sort of a but they would definitely accept schematics. Is they're going to make a bunch of these for everyone else who also has the Red Death, if for nothing else, well, one, to save those people also, but two, if Henry sees it works on other people, then he'll believe even harder that it works.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've already
Yeah.
tried to convince him to test it on someone else, and he's like, no, I can't murder them. That sort of thing. He's just like that. And while
Yeah, for sure.
respectable, it's our whole job to keep him alive, so it's...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, are there any other organs that aren't working in him?
Just those. It's once it spreads to your bowels, you're done for, but it has not done that to him. And shouldn't. It's the ulcers grow from one point, so if we remove the source of them and then, because sometimes it might just get in somebody's like small intestine and we can remove that part and it never spreads to their lungs, but it started in his esophagus, that's why it spread down to lungs and then heart, and now it's going to, like, we've had a couple in his diaphragm and we can't remove them because it's his entire lungs. So it's
yeah, well, I mean, you've got the backup lungs now. Yeah, I mean, if there's any other organs he needs replaced, I can probably make those too.
No, it should be just spine, lungs, heart, liver, kidneys.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's already wrapped up in this.
That's all there.
Yeah, this is amazing.
But
Like,
yeah,
there's some
if you
people
guys-
that'll start in like just one certain blood vessel, and like we've literally amputated people's arms to keep it from spreading. And
That's
sometimes
a lot.
it does. Sometimes it does spontaneously start somewhere else, but this should, at the very least, convince him that it's gonna be over, because he still has it latently. But it spreads from wherever the first ulcer was to everywhere else. So
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, you guys got any more questions, just feel free to come talk to me. I'm staying in the castle for now.
yeah, they nod a lot.
But yeah, when
And,
are you guys gonna do the surgery?
That's what the fourth or fifth guy whose name I've forgotten, who's up there checking out King Henry right now. We're going to try to get him at least a little stable, because I mean technically it doesn't matter, but he's going to think it matters. Try to get him a little stable, and then mostly just, we should be fully stocked with everything by tomorrow. Like, they're requesting healing potions and stuff like that, and then they're probably going to have King James in the room, because that's the only cleric that Henry would ever want in there. And then they're going to practice a few times, not with the actual machine that you've already built, but like they are just practicing putting, cutting out a heart and then hooking it up to the pump tubes without bleeding to death.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that quickly. Mostly that sort of thing. And then, like, you know, cutting open a sternum. That sort of a deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anchoring into bones and then sewing back up and all that. And they've got, like, I don't know if I don't know actually surgery. So, like, the same thing as adrenaline to keep him from going into. He'll be unconscious, but keep his body from going into shock or whatever. I don't know what kind of medicine stuff.
The adrenaline would kill him. To prevent him from going into shock, it's basically just preventing shock. Is your body losing blood?
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, heart transplants usually have like an external thing that pumps the blood until the heart is in.
Yeah, they're practicing doing that.
Okay. Yeah, because shock is basically like there's no blood there, so none of the carbon dioxide can be removed and no oxygen can be brought up. And so the organ literally just shuts down.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Because
shit.
oxygen is...
It's important.
Yeah, I mean, the reason it's so important is that it's kind of what starts the whole, like, hey, this organ can now function.
Yeah.
It's the main thing that catalyzes the chemical reactions.
But then, your last thing we'll do really quick. King James would ask you to explain the cliff notes of what the doctors just told you, and he does know most of this also. Because, like, August knew, and this kind of started before he lost the ability to write. And then, but he tells you the story of when King Henry first got sick, and he was going insane. His wife was Queen Christine was almost dying from repeated complications from surgery. Nobody fucking liked King Martin, who's King Henry's grandfather, and like he needed to be in charge because none of them could do it. And then there was the plague going on, and he's just explaining the moments of fear and doubt and thinking about what am I trying to say here? After the rebellion of 1323, when he became champion, his people kidnapped him, brought him into the streets, and then essentially tortured him for like 2 months in a cave, like holding him hostage, trying to get King Martin to like sign a Bill of Rights. And so Ilmater came to him in that time and said that he kept James from dying, because when they finally returned James to the castle, like gave him up when the rebellion was crushed, basically, is they couldn't even recognize him. He was still alive, and they had to get a doctor to do the dental records to make sure it was actually him. And so, yeah. And then there were several other occasions where he should have died. And there was once even when he did, is because he was tortured his whole life by the wizards. What is that? It was Kenneth and Morgan or something like that. But they thought that his mother still had the Ethereum shard, and so they tried yoga and meditation to get her to release it, because it powered like forges and stuff for thousands of years without ceasing, and they desperately needed it because there was like an economic crash of like their forges no longer worked for like 4 or 5 years till they figured out something else. And so they tried meditation, but then they realized that they could pick up the like aura of it when she was stressed. And so they eventually started fucking torturing her, and then realized that she would be even more stressed seeing James in pain. So like once a month they would have a thing of just trying to stress her out by torturing James so much. And you know, King Martin's fucking evil, but gaslight, gatekeep James into thinking it was okay. And so August was the first person to go, hey, this is fucking nuts. We're not doing this shit anymore. But when those wizards finally figured out that James actually had it, they like kidnapped him, and in that, James died. And so August took him to a hidden Ilmater temple, and he like froze to death on the way. And August, according to him, James was frozen solid for like a day and a half. But then they still revived him. And during that time that he was dead, Ilmater taught him how to use the Ethereum shard. And so it's a never-ending source of power, but as he started to lose the ability to talk to Ilmater, he became filled with doubt of... He promised the shard to Ilmater when he dies, and so he's finally arrived at the conclusion of no one can cure my son. No one can save our kingdom. I'm losing it, and Ilmater can't do anything about it. And it's the rife with conspiracy of what if Ilmater knew from the beginning and let all of that stuff happen to me so that I would trust him and give him this mote of so far infinite power? What if the reason that he finally came to me after decades of what I've been through was because he knew I'd be vulnerable at that time? It's everyone here, the Red Death is a disease. There's a spell called Cure Disease and it doesn't do anything. But so finally, he decides, after knowing that he's survived absolutely insane things, he's starting to wonder if it's because the Ethereum shard and not Ilmater's mercy. Because even before he became the champion of Ilmater, he went through things where he should have died. He fell off a 1,000-foot cliff solo fighting a wyvern. Stuff like that. And so as King Henry is dying, he's like, I know what my son wants. It's the only thing I ever wanted to be was a better father than I was. To be a better shepherd for my people than he was. And I taught Henry to do the exact same things. I don't know truly what Ilmater wants, and I don't know if I ever can. But I know what my son wants. And I know that he would do exactly what I would do with infinite power. And that's absolutely nothing. And I know that Ilmater's good still somewhere. But I gave him the Ethereum shard, and I believe that is why he has continued to not die. And how he's had the power to keeping himself alive. My worry is, if Henry dies, who can he give it to? Because he can't give it to Marceline. I love Victor, but I would never consider giving it to him for a second, not August, Christine, and the Lord or General. It's a button to destroy the world in the right hand.
I mean, I can take it.
Well,
I don't really plan on dying anytime soon, and I don't know if Carolina would do anything with it, and I think Pale would use it for what sounds like
can't trust me.
purchase.
I'll be honest, you can't trust me. Give it to Bastion. Give it to
maybe.
Bastion.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, or how long can we keep going? Because I could make him pause now that I think about it. This is actually a way longer conversation than I meant it to be.
But
okay.
Yeah, I was going to say we could.
Because I think there's a good discussion for the Merculian and the Gandhian to become friends, Bailey.
Yeah. We'll end with him confessing that Henry has the Ethereum shard, because I don't know, or just the reasons why he gave it to him. But I will pick up on the rest of what I have to tell you next time.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, boys, for coming.
Fucking sick.
And thanks for DMing.
Yeah.
Okay, bye Bailey. I gotta go do laundry before I have to go to bed.
Have fun playing your furry game.
It's so good. This game has been so good because it's literally one of those things where it's like, damn, I gotta get a hell of a lot more gay. I gotta be such a fucking homosexual.
You're slacking.
Yeah,
Craig,
it's okay. Craig can know.
Craig can know. But can the YouTube audience know?
Yeah, sure. I don't care that they know that I'm a bisexual white boy.
I mean, it's whenever we talk about things that are funny, I keep it in, you know? But I never know, like, what's too much.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, they know my name is Ian. Presumably,
I always cut out
I'm
last names.
I live in CST, so I'm anywhere from Minnesota to fucking Texas.
Yeah. We have talked about that everyone but Matt lives in Texas, but not where in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, I've met a lot of Ians in Texas.
And they know you're a chemist, but not where. Yeah.
God, yeah, well, I was
Or you
still a
do rat
chemistry
science.
I was still a chemistry major when I started.
Yeah. Or they know you
That's
do rat
crazy.
science now because we've talked about that.
Yeah,
The rats may be crazy.
crazy. I was crazy once. Yeah.
Hey, it's your GM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Darian, Matt, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.
No, but yeah, the visual novel, by the way, I don't know if visual novels are your cup of tea.
Never played one, I don't think.
Basically, it's just a story that you get to click through.
Okay.
I will warn you, there's scenes of gay sex and they're pretty explicit, but the actual story itself, fucking beautiful, chef's kiss.
Is it good even without being a furry story?
Yes, yeah, that actually, here, let me send you this review. Make sure that you don't read anything else on this page, because there are
Okay.
spoilers in it.
Okay.
But yeah, scroll down to the review by Mini Ikes, and then read that and let me know if you think it sounds good.
It started with a kiss, ended like this.
Yes, yeah, that whole thing.
Okay.
And then I will send you a download link for it.
Okay. And Echo
Yeah.
is the name.
Yes, Echo VN. It's free on itch.io. It's a phenomenal little game. I love it. The shit's got me so fucked up emotionally and mentally.
Okay. Maybe I will
Yeah.
peruse.
Fuck yeah. Alright, I gotta head out because I gotta get my laundry done before I gotta go to bed for work.
See ya.
Alright, see ya.
It's like how when Mountain Dew put an online poll for what their new flavor should be called, Gushing Granny won.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Gushing
it's
Granny.
You're familiar with what's the
Bodie McBoatface.
No, I mean yeah, that also.
Or
But
the itty bitty
No, what's-
gritty.
what's the fucking like gamer subs? Are you guys familiar with that?
No.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it like milk, like mommy milk? One of them.
Yeah. Some of the second highest producer is the like the second most popular flavor is called Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000.
Yep.
What the
Yeah,
This is an
the
actual
it's-
product?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Russian Badger's flavor. It's actually
It's
surprisingly
It's like
good.
pre-workout sort of stuff. It's actually really good.
You said
Yeah.
Like, I've gotten the
Russian
free sample
Badger
from it.
flavor?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? That's
No,
more
Russian Badger's the guy.
incomprehensible than...
He's the guy.
Russian Badger is
He's
yeah,
like
this
a
is- this is
VTuber
the
or something. Let's
no,
play.
he's just a YouTuber. He's real stupid.
Yeah. So yeah, people
That's
who
worse
have
than
big
Pilk.
followings get their own flavors.
You know,
Yeah,
Pilk.
if you get popular
Pilk's a-
enough.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, you can get your own waifu cups that have big tittied anime women on
What
them,
in
so
the
everyone knows that you're a fucking
fuck?
degenerate who should be hung on the cross.
You drink holy water out of it?
No, it's really bad. I have a buddy of mine who got one, and the most popular flavor is called Blowhole Blast.
Wow.
That's
Terrible.
Wow.
that's a VTubers.
I'm so
forget her
surprised that a
name.
VTuber's such a
She-
degenerate.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's Shy Lily. That's her name. She's
Oh, really? I actually know her.
Yeah, she's German, I think. But she
Oh,
speaks
maybe
a
that's
bunch
a
of
different one that I'm
languages.
thinking of.
She's got a whale VTuber. Hang on.
Then I don't like the whole blowhole thing anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't like it to start with. You mean you liked it?
Yeah, this is
wait,
her.
listen.
No, I don't know her.
Wait,
Never
wait,
mind.
wait.
Is she a
Also,
sheep
just a-
person with a orca on her head?
No. She's just an orca. That's her in real life, and that's the cover of Blowhole Blast, by the way.
Okay.
There's one
Sure.
with Joe. There's one with Joe Biden on it. I'm seeing.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, there's one called Copium, Anime Girl Thigh, Brand Risk. Just one called Good, Grandpa's
Huh.
Ashes.
Fuck.
I want to try that one.
Yeah, the one with Joe Biden is called Lean.
Lean. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I do. There is one called Mommy Milker, I believe, or Mommy.
Yeah, it looks
Wow.
really bad. We got raw meat, sweet 6-pack, titty milk.
think I
That's what
tried
you're
raw
thinking
meat.
of.
What is raw meat
That's
even like? Okay, so this is going to be the question I'm asking is not what it seems like. What does raw meat taste like? What flavor is it?
It's like a sickly sweet sort of taste.
Okay,
Oh,
I
are
don't
you
know
talking
what
about
the-
real
I
raw
don't-
meat or the flavor?
the
yeah,
flavor
wait.
raw meat.
Oh, the flavor.
I was gonna
raw?
say,
That's
I've
good.
eaten a lot of raw meat because I love steak tartare.
Yeah. No, I meant the raw meat flavored drink.
This is what it says. Raw meat, the fruitiest way to confuse your senses and disappoint your carnivorous friends, with a name that promises an iron-packed punch, but delivers a mouthful of watermelon and cantaloupe. This flavor's perfect for those who like their drinks to come with a side of it as a potential crisis. It's all the summer sweetness you didn't know you needed, masquerading under the guise of a butcher shop special. So I guess
Hey,
it's named that because it's red.
Yeah.
Gamer Stuffs, sponsor us. Our flavor would be tentacle corn.
Tentacle.
Yeah,
And
It's just
it
the
would
meat
have
jello
a,
from Nagamesh.
yeah.
It's gotta be
Our
grape
flavors-
or something, grape flavored, because it's purple. But it's mimic meat.
I think our
Ooh,
cup would
mimic
have a
me was-
pinup. I think our cup should have a pinup of Bastion.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just rubbing WD-40 on your chest.
Yeah, either
Oh my
it's a
God.
pinup of Bastion or it's Bastion with a pinup of one of the others painted on him, like they would like the World
Yeah,
War II
like a ship.
planes.
Oh, wait. It's a pinup of Bastion, but he has kitchen magnets of pinups of the others on him.
Yeah, like it's
How
Bastion.
stupid can we make
It's
this?
Bastion's like sternum equivalent to his like basically the pelvic floor.
Mhm.
And it's just 6-pack of robot abs with pinups of the others on him.
Yeah, on each of your
All
hip
fun and games
bones.
until Bastion gets welded on the succubus tattoo.
You literally bolted on tits.
God.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah, and
sexualizing him. We're just making it weirder and more off-putting.
Yeah, we're trying to. It's a subversion of expectations, you know.
Well, there's at least one man who's trying to sexualize him.